Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Speed here, and today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite offlaners in the current meta, and that is Primal Beast. So this hero is crazy to me. I think it's really powerful. However, it does have one main downside, which I want to make very clear right now. I think it does fall off the later the game goes. It does have ways to scale. Unfortunately, we're not really going to see that in today's video. I will cover it briefly, but this hero is insane. This match in particular, I mean, this was a pretty high ranked game. The enemy team literally had Primal, who, came in second place at a major. So like a very high MMR game. And unfortunately, I'm not going to say like I dumpstered Primal, even though that would make for a great title. Speed Dota. No, I didn't really dumpster him this game. Even though I think Primal Beast is actually a puck counter, because you can solo kill puck in side lanes in the early game if you execute it on it correctly with your shard. And just in general, you do so much damage early game with so much range that you can chase puck and his orb. So all in all, I'm going to show you how to go 12-0-13 on Primal Beast. And no, this is not some fluke game. Basically every game I play Primal Beast, I'm stomping. I'm top net worth like every single game at some point in the game. Also, I want to tell you guys that if you've been struggling with solo queue and you're looking to get to the next rank, I'm going to be able to help you. Like literally with the Game Leap website, I'm going to give you guys guides that are going to make it unbelievably clear on what you need to do. So if you've been stuck in the solo queue grind, you don't know what to do, and you want to become absolutely broken, but actually you want to become much better at Dota, and you want to take it more seriously, the Game Leap website is going to help you do that. So click the link down below. I'm going to help you get to the next rank, and I'll see you there. Now in terms of starting items, I actually don't buy quelling. I go for a stats-based, regen-based build, because I want to maximize my base damage with 1 point in Uproar, which I always take at level 1. And honestly, I think there is justification to taking Onslaught at 2 and Trample again at 3, which I'll cover another time. But the reason why I love Uproar at level 1 is it really disincentivizes people from going on you, because otherwise they give you stacks of Uproar. But most importantly, it just gives you 10 damage, which is insane. Like having 81 damage to deny with is straight up, it's just insane. Like, it's nuts. So in terms of my early levels, basically what I'm looking to do here is just deny creeps. I'm not going to do anything insane. Going to keep my game really simple. Play for CS, play for denies, play to aggro onto the range creep, take advantage of the PL, and just overall make sure he doesn't get any creeps. For instance here, my position 4 is getting chased around the lane, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ignore it, because that's the point of the Uproar build. You ignore the noise. You don't pay any attention to it, you just dominate the CS. Now, unfortunately, my Shaker dies, but even if I had Trample, there's nothing I could do about that. Even Onslaught, he still probably would have died. So I'm just going to abuse the fact that that the PL wasn't paying attention and dominate on the CS. And your theme until you're level 3 generally should be this. Now, at level 2, you do have kill potential, especially if you are fed stacks of Uproar, you absolutely have kill potential. However, I didn't really get fed stacks of Uproar. It was one of the big nerfs a long time ago to the hero. Unless you take 50 damage, you don't even get a stack. So a lot of supports auto attacks don't even give you a stack as I continue to dominate on the denies. 6 denies already at this point with a double wave coming in means that I'm basically crushing this guy on last hits. Actually, he is 6. Oh, it's because I have a double wave. I was like, how is he so far ahead? It's because I have a double wave pushing in here. So as long as I CS well in this next wave, I'll pull pretty far ahead in a moment. So you'll see that eventually happen as I start to pull ahead. Now 4 CS up, 8 denies. Most importantly, probably not going to have too much of a level advantage. A bit of a level advantage right here for myself. But overall, it's just you're playing for the long game, right? You're really playing to shut down the PL's net worth, slowly build up that net worth advantage. And also keep in mind, even though I'm only 100 gold up here, he actually has bought minimal regen, where I've bought 6 tangos in total here and 2 mangoes, which is playing into my net worth. So you can imagine I'm beating this guy harder than it even seems. Now, once you hit level 3, Trample doubles in damage. And so all of a sudden your hero just can kill people from full, because Trample can do like 400 or 500 damage. And I'm not kidding. It literally just kills people from full. The amount of supports I've killed from full with 1 nuke from a support is insane. For instance, PL walks up here. I think we couldn't catch him right away, but the Shadow Demon shifts over a bit. So I actually probably could have trampled there. Did we have a Fisher? Yeah, I could have trampled. We probably could have healed the Shadow Demon here. I even missed a bit of an opportunity here, which is why it's good to watch the replays. We definitely could have went on Shadow Demon. I even had a stack of Uproar, which would have made the play better. But yeah, I could have went on him because we could have Fisher blocked him with the trees here and prevented his escape. So I even missed an opportunity. I was so focused on denying this PL, I guess, that we made a bit of a mistake. As we have another double wave, I decided to trample it down here. This is probably stupid. And the reason why this is stupid is like you have 5 armor and 355 movement speed. Your hero really doesn't take any damage from creeps. Like you just don't need to worry about double waves for the most part. Even if you try to fight the enemy, because trample allows you to move while doing damage, you just don't tank damage from the creeps. And so it's not really a problem that I'm aggro denying and creating a double wave. It's just not really much of an issue for Primal, where it is for a lot of other heroes. As I harass out the PL here, just a casual trample, chip him down a little bit, and continue to dominate him. Look at the CS! Oh my god! 27 and 11 to 13 and 1. Yeah, this is not looking good for the Phantom Lancer hero. Getting a little bit niche here as well. Just want to keep in mind, if you do get Uproar stacks, make sure you don't forget to use them. It costs no mana, just use it. So as it's about to run out here, I'm just going to pop it in order to try to deny. As we grief one of PL's CS here, we grief a second CS of PL's here, and we grief the third CS of PL here as Shadow Demon walks over. Classic. Yeah, I'm not even going to commentate that. Just like kill the support. If they like walk to here, just kill them. On the other side, if they like walk to here, just kill them. All they have to do is slightly be off their tower and you can kill them. You can even trample over to them. Like if they're, for instance, if they're like here, you can use your, once you hit level 4, sorry, not trample, onslaught. Once you have onslaught, you can just shift over and kill from anywhere. I typically prefer to use onslaught to chase rather than to close the gap. I feel like it's better. It guarantees the kill a bit more. But it's fine to initiate with onslaught if you think they're out of position, because trample is just an insane ability, especially if they don't really have a good stun. Then it's just a broken spell. So here in this lane, I decided to go very greedy and rush phase. I felt that Shadow Demon PL is a very weak lane that I could abuse by rushing a high aggression item. Phase Boots is the most aggressive item you could buy on Primal Beast because movement speed is what makes trample do damage, basically, right? So Phase Boots makes you do an insanely large amount of damage in combination with trample. And you'll see with level 5 Phase Boots here, this guy's gonna walk up, I'm going to zone him off the wave, get another deny, and then every single one of these is doing 64 damage. All of a sudden, I hit him with, what, 5 of them? He just loses nearly half his health. Unfortunately, he did get the PL juke here, so I lost the kill. But you can even see, you might be like, oh, PL's a Primal Beast counter because he can W away when you cast Trample, but you just chase him with your Q. If you guess right, which like low MMR PL players don't even PL juke, they don't doppel juke. And so you can always figure out which one's real. And it's a guaranteed kill. Like literally it's a guaranteed kill. Just straight up guaranteed. Like you just solo kill PL from from full at level 5. And there's no, like, it's not even close, right? It's not, as I trample him again here. And I can just zone him off the wave over and over and over again, just preventing this guy from getting any real number of CS. And this, you know, he's a top player. He's a top 200 player. 24 CS a minute 7 is heinous. Right, and I'm 44 to 17, and that's kind of just the name of the game with this hero when you put this pressure on your timings. And I don't overextend a lot, right? Notice how I'm never diving the tower. Notice how when this guy's half HP, I'm not like running at him under the tower. I'm just playing the wave. I'm letting him come to me, and I'm denying the creeps. And he comes to me here. I pick him up, slam his head into the ground. Did he not have W? He did, but he got bursted so fast by the last ticks of the trample. He was dead no matter what. I would have onslaught chased him. Most likely dead no matter what. As I get tipped by the lobby. And at this point, if I'm really snowballing, what I love to do is I maybe could have tanked for the tower here. I will be real. Oh, maybe the cart gets tanked for anyway. Yeah, okay. I think I knew that was gonna happen. Maybe I'm just propping myself up too much. But I'd love to drag the camps together because you can trample them. Now I didn't have it up here, so maybe I shouldn't have done that. But for instance, I can do it. I actually decided to let the waves connect intentionally here because I felt that I saw the PLTV back in and I'm like, okay, I could drag the wave and then trample it with the large camp, which is efficient, or because my hero directly counters Phantom Lancer, I could just never let him get a CS and force him to jungle. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. And it's totally fine to just casually ulti people. I don't want to use Trample, because Trample is the better ability of the two. You might be like, oh, but it's a longer cooldown. It is, but I just don't want my Trample to be wasted. I want to chip him down. Once again, I want to make the plays safe, because if I Trample right away and I dive the tower, I could be counter ganked, right? They do have a Bat Rider to TP in and try to threaten me. Realistically, I probably wouldn't die. But it's all about just chipping him down. As he goes in here, I'm going to chip him. I don't use my Q right away. I save it because I know that if they TP, I can easily walk away. Right, once again here, they TP in. My Trample's ending. I could chase, and honestly, maybe I could have went full aggression and tried to kill him with my Q. I will admit, you know, I maybe could have tried, but it would have been close, and it would give the enemy team a gap to kill me. And the reality is leaving PL at low HP is horrible for him. What is he going to do? He can't jungle with that health. The Lush will kill him, or the creeps will kill him, and he can't lane. So, like, he really doesn't have a good option, even if I don't kill him. And, you know, he ends up getting ganked anyway. Very simple execution from there. I don't even have to explain that. But, yeah, at this point, we're going to shove in the wave, clear it up, and then look to gank another lane after we shove it in, right? So, we fully shoved that in. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have trampled this camp. This is probably bad by me. I realize as a player, I do this a lot, where I'm trying to be so efficient that I use my kill ability, which is trample, and so I don't have it to kill, because I would have been able to probably just kill this guy easily. I thought my Lesh was just going to stun here, because my Q makes a lot of noise. Basically, if you don't know how Primal Beast works, if you cast your Q, even, it's global. It's like Pudge Dismember, right? So if Pudge dismembers anything anywhere on the map, you'll know. It'll make the fresh mite. This one is like something like that, you know, it's like that type of noise. And so you can hear him coming as I bash this guy's head into the ground and kill him. But yeah, we make our first rotation in a moment here. I'm going to be rushing BKB. Pretty obvious reason. They have a hard Primal Beast counter in the Bat Rider. I just don't really think there's an item that makes this hero better, because also your Trample does damage based on your damage. BKB gives you a bunch of damage. You just kind of want the item. It just fits Underlord. You could, there are games where I'll rush Hood if I think the enemy team is weak early game and I want to run them over with an early timing and just fight off cooldown. I'll buy a Hood because it gives me sustain to stay on the map and abuse the Soul Ring, because you actually can have a bit of HP sustain issues. You have such high HP that if you get dropped low, you can basically never heal. As we're going to look to chase down the Puck in a moment here. And this is what I mean by this hero is kind of just good against Puck, even though I think I kind of messed it up. He did a really good job of warping to the side. Good reaction from Primal here. But even then, and I went too far with the Q. Otherwise, I would have been able to ult him right away. I messed up there pretty bad. Oh yeah, he dies anyway. I just walked up to, this is why you buy this is why you just buy phase boots and win lace and you just do stupid shit when you're winning the lane, because, I mean winning the game. Because it just doesn't matter. You just like walk up anyway. And on the note of like, it doesn't matter. This was unfortunate. Anytime you're charging in, you want vision, because you can cast Trample while using Onslaught. It doesn't cancel it. And you always want to do that because it's based on your movement speed, right? The damage Trample does. And that includes Onslaught movement speed, which is 1200. And you know, that's more than 2 times max movement speed. So you want vision because you always want to pair the Q with the W. If you don't do this, this hero's straight up garbage. Like literally, I think if Primal Beast couldn't do this interaction, it would be an unplayable hero. So this interaction is very important, very, very important. Unfortunately, I miss it here because I didn't have vision. I was smart enough to save Trample because I assumed I would miss it, as we're just going to chase down this guy anyway. As we get the ulti off. If he was going to get away, I would uproar for slow, because every single stack gives you 8% movement speed slow as we take out the Bat Rider. And yeah, it's just a good rotation, kill off the offlaner. Honestly, usually I like to shift back across the map. I don't want to stay bottom a lot of the time because I want to fight, right? I want to get active. I want to fight mid. Like for instance, my team got caught on here, which kind of sucked. How did Shadow Demon die? Hold up. I don't know how he died. I know I killed him, but I actually don't know how he died. How did he die? Oh. I was like, what? Because I got a double kill. I'm like, this hero doesn't do residual damage. But we got the massive onslaught here onto 2. And look at that. That's why this combo is so important. I wasn't even necessarily aiming Bat Rider. I was trying to hit them both. Like, the goal is to hit as many heroes as possible. So like, I intentionally go in between them. But the Bat Rider just loses 200 health just from me coming through with the trample. The Mirana also straight up wouldn't have died. She had no leave. She would have died. But you know, it's just a way faster kill. It guarantees the kill. Maybe she would have lived, actually. It would have been close. But we get a nice double kill here. Clean that up. And we can even look to chase the puck. This is the funny part. Like, puck is so slow now. This was so sad. The puck nerf, because of the ore movement speed being slower, actually makes it last longer. So my ulti didn't keep him in place for long enough. So he actually lived. But, and then I got bumped away. Kind of one of the annoying things about Onslaught. It can get canceled by, like, anything. So you have to be a little bit careful, which is why BKB is once again so important. And once again, at this point in the game, I'm just getting active. Like, literally QW combo is just half health. It's just that, it's just so stupid, you know? Like, I even hit the Mirana with it. So if you get really good at this, which, you know, I'm pretty decent at it. So you just do so much damage. Like, this hero early game is just straight up, it's overwhelming, you know? You got to make sure you're going to hit the Q though, and you got to catch them off guard, which is why smoke ganks are really important, and abusing tree lines is very important as I solo kill the Phantom Lancer. I didn't even show that to you. He's tipping me because he's just so mad. He's like, what is this, dude? What is this garbage, man? Like, what is this, dude? I feel a little bit bad for him. My hero is so good against these illusion heroes because it solo kills all of them. Naga can solo kill TB, etc., etc. As we pick up our 14-minute BKB, and we are now max net worth. Where did this guy run to? I remember thinking, like, I have no idea where he is. Wait, he beat out. Okay. Which is so bad for his game, because there's, like, no farm. I was like, where did he go? Okay, he went there. And, yeah. Now we get a nice little wrap on mid. Another I was hitting hella Onslaught trample combos as I looked for the Mirana here, just trying to get an extra kill. But you can notice that what I do is I try to kill bottom and then I shift back to mid. And that's how you play very fast as these tempo heroes. You don't want to get stuck in a side lane, because if you get stuck in a side lane, the enemy team can just dodge you. In low March, sometimes they'll just fight you no matter what. But the higher and higher you get, the more people will dodge you when they're losing. And so it's very important that you connect back to the middle of the map so you can just run at them. Because, you know, if you're in the middle, you can go anywhere. As I try to solo kill the puck here. Maybe a little bit too aggressive, but anyway, you know, if you do manage to hit puck with your Q, you can just straight up solo kill him. So it's not a bad attempt. On that note, I immediately run back to mid, connect on the Bat Rider, trample through him. I get ulted by the Shadow Demon, which is, honestly, it's a pretty hard counter in that regard. I think Shadow Demon is pretty decent against Primal, because you can even slow him during the BKB, so the trample is just useless. BKB piercing disables in general kind of counter this hero, for sure. Because if you burn trample duration, the hero does like no damage. So it is important to note that the hero does have counters in that regard. But this is a great tip for farming. I do this all the time. Where if I'm farming, I will trample the camp low. I even trampled it too low here. I could have done like, you can do like half HP. So half of HP of most camps is good enough to then onslaught and use the remainder of the trample on the other camp, so that you can clear 2 camps in the duration of 1 trample. So it's way more efficient that way. And then the next time I'm gonna buy is my shard. You heard that correct, the shard. I don't know why I didn't onslaught here. I think it's because I assumed they knew I was coming as we bash that guy's head into the ground. So why the shard? Why would I buy Rock Throw, which sounds like a Pokemon move? Is it a Pokemon move? No, it's Rock Slide, close enough. But the really impressive thing about this ability is, well, there's a couple things. It's a stun. It does 325 damage. Whoa, that's crazy. So it does 325 damage, which, like, straight up is a ton of damage, right? Really high damage nuke. So of course it's going to help you in solo killing in that regard. But the important thing is it doesn't make noise from fog. So the issue with trying to solo kill people as Primal is if you blink stun them, blink ulti them, you can't really follow up with onslaught against a lot of heroes, and you don't really get the benefit of the trample push through as much. And so it just doesn't, it's just not enough. And it's expensive. However, the Rock Throw, I was afraid he would jaunt and so on, so I was afraid to throw it at him on the creep wave. Puck's a little bit hard to hit, but you can't hear it, right? So you lead with the Rock Throw because you can't hear it. I should have thrown it at him right here. Oh no, he stopped. Yeah, his movement was kind of weird, so it was a little bit hard for me to predict. I threw it, where did he move? Oh, how did he end up going in this small path? I was so sad. I was like, this should have been a solo kill. Oh my, what? That's a thing? All right. I was like, what? This should have been a solo kill because I thought he was going to here. But instead his character went like boop boop. Oh my god, I would have solo killed. Because it stuns and then you onslaught trample ulti and it solo kills like every single weak hero in the game. Because even though I didn't hit the Rock Throw, or the onslaught trample combo, I still can do half his health, more than half his health. So like you could imagine if you hit your rock throw and trample combo, onslaught trample combo, you just straight up kill. It's not even close, as I get ganked here, but I can easily get away. I have BKB if I need, as I shift back over. Oh yeah, this is kind of a glimpse of the combo. I even messed it up here because you need to cancel you have to cancel your onslaught, so you can cancel the onslaught by clicking your cancel current action hotkey. And so you're supposed to cancel it like right here. You want to cancel it when you're behind them because you want the full damage of the onslaught trample. So you don't want to cancel it right away, but you want to cancel it when you're behind them. So I went too far here, like way too far actually, because what you want to do is you want to hit them with the onslaught, and then usually they're stunned for long enough where you can hit them with 2 more ticks of trample and then ulti. But fortunately, this guy's squishy enough where I just ulti him and it didn't matter. My mistake didn't punish me, but usually it would matter. If you want a better example of the combo, here we go. This guy walks up. Yeah. I didn't even hit him with the 2 ticks of trample, so like I'm really not perfectly executing on this for you guys. I'll keep it real. I could even theoretically have, because you'll see like I didn't need to ulti him right away. There's literally still more than half duration of stun. This was really poorly executed. It didn't matter. This hero's so funny, man. It didn't matter as we go for another rock throw here. Oh no, I didn't. Why didn't I rock? Oh, I had it the whole time. Oh, I'm so bad. Sheesh. Wow, I'm really bad at this game, guys. But all right, I'll skip on from there. Basically, the next items I buy the same items like every game, with a few exceptions. But the next item I buy is Blink, just so you can Blink, Initiate, Pulverize with BKB. It's just good. It's a 600 damage nuke. It's really strong to just be able to Blink BKB. You might be like, why would you need a Blink? You have your Q and Rock. The Q is just unreliable, and the Rock is a little bit unreliable in the mid to late game. It's good for pickoffs, and it still is good. It's like a good follow-up stun to Fisher and so on, but it's just nice to have Blink. You can Blink Trample, Blink into a position where you can onslaught through multiple heroes. It's just good. It feels really convenient and necessary for the hero as we find another kill onto the Batrider. But yeah, I go Blink and then I like to go Hex. And Hex seems weird, but it kind of just lets you, it once again just lets you solo kill people in fights. Because usually people at some point in the game get to a point where you can't kill them unless you BKB or you hit your Rock, and it's hard. Like the Rock is good, it's just a little unreliable. So like, you can get away with not buying Hex, and a lot of people, I've seen most people not buy Hex as I try to kill the puck here. I actually hit him with the back half of that. I nearly killed this guy, it's crazy. But yeah, I just like to go Hex. I feel like having a lot of control on this hero is good. The other items you could theoretically buy is just kind of, you can buy Kaiasan, which makes you really tanky, amps your spell amp, like that build's chill. Shiva's is good, helps you keep people in place for trample. Some people buy Yules. I don't really like it. I think it's okay, but I'm not a huge fan. And yeah, that's going to be the end of today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
And that's all, but remember, before you leave, come on, before you tune out, subscribe to the Game Leap website where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below, and I'm out. Peace.